Hello, AIO fans. I'm the PC Expert Amateur, and we're going to take a look at the AMChoice, or AMChoice, I'm not really sure, model RSL06-360-ARGB1. I would show you their website, but they don't have a website. This is the closest thing that they provide on here that resembles somewhat, at least, specifications. Now, I do have a little bit of information off of one of the few listings of this product on the internet at this time. I won't name the company because I hate them. But the fans, of course, are PWM, 120 by 25, 64 CFMs of airflow, 2,500 RPMs max, or maybe 2,000 RPMs of max. It depends on where you look. 29.7 decibels at maximum, and 9 blades and ARGB 4-1P pin connector. The block has RGB controlled via the 3-pin controller that goes to the SATA that goes to your power supply. There is no fill port. There's nothing fancy about this. I mean, you do have some lighting on the pump, obviously, but you don't have control over it through your computer, just through the controller. And then it supports LGA 775, 11.5X, 1366, 2011, 2066, 1200, and 1700. It also supports AMD FM1 and 2 and AM2 plus 3, 3 plus, and 4. I assume that means it'll work fine on the AM5 as well. So it was packaged using very little. I feel like, if I remember correctly, this was an open box. It didn't come with a manual, which really sucked, and it just came like this. And that was really irritating. It wasn't used. At least the covering for the pump is still on for the cold plate. Now, it does come with, the mounting stuff, including some thermal paste of an unknown type. And it does have a splitter and the controller. So here's the controller. You can do, let's see, it's got mode, speed, and color buttons right there. And that goes again to SATA. And we've got a PWM 1-to-3 splitter. Aside from that, there's not really much else about the mounting equipment. And this is the block. As you can see, it's got a decent-sized copper cold plate. And I'll show you the lighting on here in just a minute. Standard radiator. And again, there's no fill port. So once it's got too much air, it's got too much air. Unless you want to try to open up the block in order to refill it. Now, the block cover can be removed. However, because of this design, it can't be rotated. But that does at least allow you to potentially make some kind of a repair. And we have a 3-pin DC connector for the pump.
All right, let's listen to the tour.
It's very quiet. Now, if you don't want to use the controller, you don't have to actually, because this is already lit up. Let me show you. I don't know how you feel about that. It's just blinking on and off slowly, going from color to color. What do you think about this kind of a design? The pipes do rotate on the water block. That's always good. There's not much that I can say about this particular AIO, unfortunately, because they really made it difficult. But let's take a look at the fans now. Unfortunately, the fans do not have their own model number, but this is what they look like. They have PWM and ARGB, as I said before. And the model number you see on there is the same as the AIO. So let's go ahead and check out the lighting. And there we have it. Pretty standard. What do you think about the lighting on this? The colors are pretty good. But, you know, it's just a very basic ARGB fan. Let me turn on the fan so you can see the blades in motion. Let me know what you think about that and the pump. Let's go ahead and listen to this fan and see what it sounds like. I've got it at the minimum speed and it's kind of grumpy sounding. I don't know how else to describe it, but clearly at this speed it is not happy about having to work. There's a harmonic resonance. Another one. There's another one. And that is the maximum. Now, as far as the static pressure is concerned, it's not impressive, maybe 1 millimeter of static pressure. So most likely you're going to have to replace this. So if you can get it for a really good price, you know, it's worth it. So you can replace the fans. But if you have to pay a lot for this, then it's really not worth the cost. Holding it up against the radiator like this, there's very little air actually making it through the radiator. So again, you're definitely going to want to get better fans on here. Try to find something that has at least 3 millimeters of static pressure so that you get your money's worth and good cooling, obviously. So I wish I had more information for you about this unit, but since AMChoice doesn't seem to think it's important to provide customers with actual data, maybe they don't even bother to do any testing, and so they can't produce any actual data. They probably just buy the parts and slap it together and put their name on it. So if that's the case, you get what you pay for, as the saying goes. I have really nothing else to tell you about or say about this than what I've already said. I don't even really know how strong the pump is. The fact that I didn't hear any air in there when I turned it on is, obviously nice. But if this is not going to last very long, then yeah. So it's kind of a gamble purchase, and therefore, with so little information about it, with the poor quality fans, and with no real knowledge of the pump itself, I would say don't pay more than $50. Thanks for watching, Afia, and have a great day. Need to ask for your help. I'm sorry. On December 11th, 2024, Amazon terminated me and used false accusations against me. And on December 17th, I had my left shoulder operated on. I'm getting a lot better. I can do some things with my hand, but and my arm, but it's still pretty limited. If you could please help me out by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and turning on notifications for my channels, that would really help. If you want to help me financially and you can afford to, you can go to my Glenn's Fast Reviews and you can do a super thanks as a donation there. If you want to donate on a monthly basis, you can become a member there. And or you can go to patreon.com/GLENNMII. So thank you for that. Also, I'd like to say thank you to bleepingcomputer.com for allowing me to post messages on their forum about my videos. Thank you so much. And don't forget to visit them. They offer a lot of wonderful resources for people who are using computers. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. I would show you their specs, but they don't actually... Oh, that was not good. Fortunately, I did not spill my water, but I knocked over a bunch of other stuff.